I'm Jaguar.
I'm Pete.
This is Make Me a Fan, and you're about to watch Mil Muertes versus the #1, the legend for PCW Into the Void, Mr.
Savio Vega.
Savio
Mr. Los
Vega.
Baricuas.
There we go. So check this out and stick around to the end because, of course, the encyclopedia and the Jag got something else to say. I mean, that was awesome. Was that the last match?
No, and then we have one more. So then we've got Mil Muertes versus Savio Vega.
Mil Muertes. That's 1,000,000 deaths or 1,000 deaths?
1,000 deaths.
1,000 deaths versus the legend, Savio Vega. This one got started before they even got to the ring.
Exactly, yeah. As Savio's coming to the ring, Mil Muertes
just jumped it. Yeah, it was crazy. They got a brawl in the crowd. Everything's going crazy. They're right next to us, which was cool. I got some good video. But yeah, it was gnarly, man. They had some legitimate heat.
Yeah, no, those two guys definitely are two big guys that got over there and just beat the tar out of each other. But Mil Muertes drawing deep on those 1,000 deaths, I guess, really got the job done against Savio.
Holy smokes! Let me say this. I don't want to gloss over this because I'm 40 years old. I don't know how old Savio Vega is. I mean, I imagine he's got to be
in his 50s,
right? If he's not, he's got in his 50s. This guy was doing some crazy stuff that I wouldn't have expected from a 50-year-old man. Some cartwheel kicks, a lot of,
high impact. Also, the chopping between the two of them.
Yeah, Savio Vega still got it. I mean, yes, he's not the Savio Vega from Attitude Era, but you see some sparkles of that on that guy.
When he left WWE, he went back to Puerto Rico.
Oh, yeah.
And has been really running that with the clone. So, I mean, it's one of those things that, he built Carlito and all of the clone boys that was in WWE forever. So, like, those guys are a product of Savio Vega. So it's kind of like, in a way that OVW was, where it was unofficially like a territory for WWE.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
That's kind of what Puerto Rico was, and that's why they'd always send people every once in a while to Puerto Rico to wrestle, because it's a great place to round out their wrestling.
Well, there was some impressive stuff in there. I mean, I don't know if you got pictures of those cartwheel kicks or whatever, but he impressed me. Yeah. I mean, he put his body on the line and put on a really entertaining, really exciting match. And of course, when it's all said and done, Mil Muertes, he comes through with the 1, 2, 3, which was impressive as hell because Savio put up a hell of a fight.
He definitely gave him a run for his money. I mean, again, these things don't need to be 30-minute, 60-minute masterpieces.
Yeah.
They can be a match like this where it is very brutal, but obviously the stronger man overpowered the other in a decisive victory.
It was great. I enjoyed the hell out of it. It was great to meet Savio Vega, get a picture with him, and it was great to watch him do his thing in the ring. I was blessed and excited to be that close, and PCW made that happen. So PCW, you are freaking awesome. You definitely beat your record. We got to give your win-loss record. You're now, 4-0. You made me a fan of PCW. I will be back. I spent good money for PCW. I spent more money for PCW than any other independent wrestling show that I've ever gone to.
But well worth it.
And I looked at you like, for real, it costs this much? And you're like, it's worth it. I'm sure it is. America, SoCal, it is worth it. If you have a chance to go to PCW, pony up for the VIP, get the early access, get the poster, get the signature, shake some hands, meet the people, and then get a great seat and watch a great show. PCW, is probably. I don't want to.
I put it as it's like a super indie, like a PWG, and I know people are gonna say you can't even put that together. It's in that category of super indie, where it's like it's all of the best of the world come together to form a show.
See, and the Jack's never been to PWG, so that's gonna be on the list for early next. When's the next PWG?
There should be a December show, hopefully.
All right, maybe we'll show up to that one too. So, in closing, yes, Pete, you made me a fan of PCW. Mike, Mr. PCW, you are the man. I love what you've created, and I really enjoyed being a part of it. Glenn, believe it or not, I did Glenn's wedding a couple years ago. It was cool to see him. He's doing his part of their PCW. You guys are putting on a great show, and I will be back, and I will be second row, and I'll be sitting next to this guy, talking trash, taking pictures, and hopefully meeting some legends. So,
absolutely.
Anything you want to add?
I love PCW. I think everybody should go. It's well worth it. If you only see one indie show every few months, this would be the show that I would recommend.
I agree. I mean, I love me some bar. I like Santino Brothers.
Exactly. And so sometimes you can't get out to everything, but if you want to get the best bang for your buck along with the best food, vendor, interaction with wrestlers, this is as top grade as it gets.
That's true. The food was amazing. And I will say this. I have a friend from the BWO, that's a wrestling group on Facebook that we belong to, and his name is John. John drove all the way from, Baker? All the way from Baker for this thing. That's how big a deal this is. He comes to every PCW event, and he drives over 2 hours to be there. It is insane how great this show is, and it's worth the drive, it's worth the time, it's most definitely worth the money. So again, like Pete said, if you can only make a couple shows a year, PCW is one of the shows.
Always top of the list.
Yeah. I'm impressed, and I will not miss the show.
Cool. Well, guys, I think we're gonna show Britt Baker next week.
Hold on. You forgot something very important.
Oh no!
You forgot something so important. Now look, I'm gonna put Pete on blast for a second. I hope you don't mind this.
No problem.
I'm gonna embarrass you a little bit.
Oh no.
Pete is the encyclopedia. He has knowledge beyond my comprehension. He also has a lot of collections. He has collections of things. One thing that he has a collection of, and I hope we can show a picture of this, he has a collection of every single PCW poster from last year. Framed, yes?
Yes.
With every signature of all the talent framed and hanging on your wall, yes?
Correct.
I have not been to the encyclopedia's house, but he showed me pictures. Now, I don't have all these posters framed. I don't have a place to hang these posters, and if I did, my kids would probably destroy them anyway. So, I got a poster with every signature from all the superstars: Sumi, Savio Vega, Brian Pillman Jr., Daga, Jake Atlas, DJ. Everybody signed this thing. Zid Zang. Everybody signed this poster, and I don't know what to do with it, Pete. So what did we say we're going to do with this poster, my friend?
We'll give it away.
We're going to give it away! So if you like collectibles the way the encyclopedia likes collectibles, I have the Jag's very own PCW Ultra Into the Void poster signed by the legend Savio Vega, Mil Muertes, Jacob Fatu, Joseph Samael. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Hammerstone, everybody that was at the show.
If you like signed, what, paraphernalia?
Or it's memorabilia.
Memorabilia, signed memorabilia. You need to take your butt to our Instagram at Make Me a Fan, to our Twitter at, I forgot the letters, at Make Me a Fan 316. If you go to our Twitter at Make Me a Fan 316, and if you go to our Facebook at Make Me a Fan 316, which nobody goes to Facebook anymore.
It's okay.
I think Facebook's only for groups. Anyway, you have to put a hashtag. What should the hashtag be? Hashtag I want that poster.
Ooh, yeah, I want that poster.
Hashtag I want that poster. And we're gonna take every single person that hashtags this thing, and the encyclopedia, who's a computer genius as well, the guy knows everything, is gonna put us in a randomizer, random.org, whatever, to do a random drawing of who's going to win this poster. You will get this signed poster from PCW Ultra Into the Void with all these amazing wrestler signatures, and we will ship it to you. I'll even pay for this shipping.
Yeah, it's an 18 by 24 photo for if people wanted to know the dimensions, so that's a poster size frame. Nice. They frame great, guys. This is super cool. You want to hang this up on your wall, so use that hashtag.
Hashtag I want that poster. And if you do not hashtag it on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you have a better chance if you do all three, then you can't win. So if you want the poster,
you can enter up to 3 times.
Yeah. Enter 3 times. Cool. So I don't want to forget that, because I don't know what
that is the most important part. That's better than us getting on to next week, which is Britt Baker. I'm going to make you a fan.
Baker.
Make you a fan. I know that we didn't get a Wednesday Night Wars talk. I think we'll get some of that into when we talk about the match. But I'm going to make you a fan of Britt Baker. I'm going to show you the 4-way match from All In last year.
All right, so America, check this out. We just talked about Mr. Jacob Fatu going into the Mad King Eddie Kingston's mouth trying to pull out a tooth. And so Pete thought it'd be funny to put a real dentist in front of the Jag to see if I can make me a fan. I don't know much about Britt Baker. I saw her tag match with Riho last week on AEW Wednesday Night Dynamite. It was cool, but you're telling me this match is worth it, right?
This is a great match. There's also other ones with her and Chelsea Green as Fire and Ice, but this one has Tessa in it, and then you also get to see Madison Rayne, who is married to Josh Matthews and is a huge women's icon.
So you went in there and shoehorned Tessa in there on me, huh?
Anytime I can bring Tessa Blanchard into a match, it's only going to amplify it to that
You're
degree.
Trying to keep your record unbeaten, right? All right, so next week, tune in. We're getting ready to watch it right now, but you can't see it until next week. But next week, it'll be Make Me a Fan of Britt Baker, and it's a 4-way match between
Madison Rayne, Tessa Blanchard, Chelsea Green, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD.
All right, we're going to bring that to you next week. So, Pete, anything else you want to say before we go?
I think that's it.
Peace. I told you that match was crazy. I mean, all hell broke loose. It was like drowning pool. Bodies hitting the floor left and right. It was nuts. So, now that you've seen this video, you got to get ready for what's next. Encyclopedia, tell them what's next.
Guys, I'm going to try to make this guy right here, the Jag, a.k.a. the Jag, a fan of Britt Baker. So we sat down and we watched the 4-way match from All In with Britt Baker and Tessa Blanchard.
My teeth look pretty good, but I could always use an extra dentist in my life. So stay tuned for that video. I want you to follow us on Instagram at MakeMeAFan316. Follow us on Twitter at
MakeMeAFan316.
And on Facebook at
MakeMeAFan316.
See, it's the same thing every time. We make it easy for you. So, is that it?
That's it.
Guess where we are? We are outside of Ukrainian, what is this?
Culture Center.
Culture Center for GCW. So stay tuned for an upcoming video where we recap the action right here at GCW.
MDK all day, baby.